What's up, guys? Today we're going to react to some clips exposing how mass immigration is absolutely destroying the West.
So when you see like white people in your neighborhood,
very disturbing how comfortable they are. A little uncomfortable to me for Caucasians to be more comfortable than I am in my own neighborhood.
wow. And why is that, Queen?
It just feels like I don't know, like they have a certain air, or just doesn't feel nice to not feel as comfortable in your neighborhood as you should. When it's your home, it should be your safe space. But when it starts to feel like Lower Manhattan or Upper West Side, East Side kind of thing, where you see a lot of pale face comfortably walking in your neighborhood, it doesn't feel so much like home anymore.
Guys, can you imagine saying the same thing? Like, well, black people feel too much comfortable in my neighborhood. That's so weird, seeing a lot of black faces. You will be called racist in 1 second. But this woman feels comfortable saying all of this because it's a white Christian country. Do you think you can say the same thing in Africa? In any country in Africa? About black people? About anything, really? You cannot. Fucking delusional.
In Germany, 39,000 Japanese migrants live in the country. And in just 1 year, they committed only 2 violent crimes. Not 2,000, not 200, just 2. Now compare that to the 25,000 Algerians living in Germany. In that same year, they committed 1,700 violent crimes. This means, adjusting for population size, an Algerian in Germany is 1,350 times more likely than a Japanese migrant to commit a violent crime. Not all migration is equal.
Yeah, guys, I definitely agree. And especially the North African population, like Algerians, Tunisians, Moroccans, North Sudan, Egyptians, and Somalians. Bro, we have literally half of the population of the entire North African continent coming to Europe. That's crazy. We have so many of them. And as you can see, a lot of them are violent. They sell drugs. They do crimes. We need immigration, bro.
If you are talking about Somali people and how we're pirates, scammers, at least we wash our ass after we take a shit.
Hey, what's going on? Is this your country? Is this that place you're talking about where everyone wipes their ass? Yeah, it looks like fucking shit. Oh, you wash your ass, mate? How about you wash the fucking ground? You come to the Western world and you're complaining about us. Somalia is known for its lack of hygiene. Your country doesn't even have fucking toilets. That's why your country has a cholera problem, a disease that comes from poo. You're saying we don't clean our ass? You guys poo in drinking water and then you drink it. Anyways, peace.
Yeah, it's funny. They're always complaining, but they never seem to go back. Why don't you go back, bro? Like, why do you stay here? Why do you speak English? Why do you stay in Europe? You know your country is a shithole. Come on. And this is Syria. And yes, they're selling slaves. These are the people we're importing in Europe. They're literally selling slaves to this day. But everybody's complaining about the white Christian man. Why do Islamic countries still sell slaves? You can see Islamic countries in Africa. You can see Islamic countries in Asia. You can see Islamic nations literally sell slaves to this day.
It's good for America to be mostly white. It's been mostly white for its entire history. And if you don't believe that, do you believe that it's good for Japan to be mostly Japanese? Or would it be good if a bunch of white people moved to Japan and said, you know what, we're going to fight for our own rights here, and in fact, we should replace the Japanese culture. I mean, they're going extinct anyway, right? They're not reproducing at a rate that's a replacement rate. So let's go in there and let's replace the Japanese. Isn't that a good thing? No. All the libs would scream, that is racist. Why? Because they hate whiteness. Why do they hate whiteness, though? Why do they hate whiteness? Because of Christendom. Because the European continent was shaped and molded by Christendom for longer than any other place. So, like, that's what Christendom is. It was generally an Anglo-European project that then exported civilization out to the rest of the world. And they hate that. They absolutely hate that. Great replacement's happening. We shouldn't celebrate it. It's not good.
Yes, I absolutely agree. And I think they're jealous, you know? They hate our countries, they hate us, white people, they hate Christ, they hate our culture because they're jealous, you know? Because they hate us, but they always come here. They come to Europe, they come to the US, and they stay here. They don't seem to leave. So you can hate us, but at the end of the day, every first world country is white and Christian. So connect the dots, bro.
I have a big problem with UK immigration and Europe immigration as a whole. And before you call me a racist, because I'm not, just hear me out. In 2024, in October, I was stabbed by a Somalian immigrant for defending my girlfriend while he was trying to touch her. He hit me first, and I defended myself, and by the time the whole situation had ended, I had realized I'd been stabbed. I was in hospital for 2 days afterwards, and eventually, once I was let out, they arrested me for defending myself. By the time I came back to Scotland, I had to go to court for it, and he didn't. I was basically just fighting in court against no one. And I ended up losing. And this affected my chances of getting a job because it was put down as assault. And eventually that's all gone away now. I took it to court again and they basically just overruled everything because it was, quite frankly, retarded, okay? But it's not just that. It's not just the fact that it happened to me, but it's the fact it's happening to hundreds of people a week, thousands of people a month. It's not okay. It's not okay to bring people from another country with different cultures who think it's okay to do these things into our country without documenting who they are or where they are, who they have connections to, what they want to do here. It's all just wrong, okay? And that's just the way it is.
Yes, and it's a complete double standard because they don't get consequences.
This is why Japan is perfect for Muslims. First, they give you a thobe and a little mini, the dagger that Yemenis wear. Because, when they got mixed back in the 800 BC, the Yemenis got mixed with the Japanese. That's how they got this. Little mini masbaha, subhanallah, 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 astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah. So you could sabbih while you're wearing the thobe and abaya. Next, they got their own bakhor. They got their own bakhor. This is for the evil eye, because you liberal Muslims, you guys like that little blue eye. This is their version of it. So there's no hasad, no jealousy, nothing, I think their bakhor smells better. They give you a little bakhor. They just give us so much respect, Nobody's naked. This is why Japan is perfect for Muslims. First, they give you a thobe and a little mini, the dagger that Yemenis wear. Because, when they got mixed back in the...
Yo, so basically, yeah, they always claim we was kings, we was this, we was that. Between the blacks and the Muslims is insane. Yeah, Muslims got mixed with Japanese in 800 BC. Like, that's so delusional because you're saying 2800 years ago. Dude, Islam came about 600 years after Christ. That means Islam is 1400 years old, not 2800 years old. Like, what the fuck?
The migration issue is so complicated. Legally, it's very simple, To cross the borderline without a permission is a crime. Full point, it's over. The problem is that migration is a concept of changing the society as such.
Yeah.
It's a kind of replacement of the original native-born voters with somebody else. And this is, without being involved into any conspiracy theory, this is a well-detailed plan of the left. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because, my understanding of the history is probably not as sophisticated as yours, but if I understand correctly, the last 150 years of the European, including UK anyway, mm-hmm. The European politics, it's about a competition of two tribes. One is those who think that we should stay in the traditional frame and value system of Europe as it was. Nation, freedom, Christianity, that's all.
Yes, and the other is complete destruction.
Bebizonyította, hogy másképp is lehet. Nem csak úgy, ahogy Brüsszelben csinálják, és ahogy ránk akarják kényszeríteni. Mi vagyunk azok, és erre mi magyarok legyünk büszkék, akik megmutatták, hogy a migránsok invázióját meg lehet állítani. Erre példa Magyarország. És azt is megmutattuk, tisztelt Hölgyeim és Uraim, hogy a családjainkért is ki lehet állni. Nem igaz, hogy minden országnak ájultan bele kell szédülnie abba, amit woke-nak meg gendernek neveznek. ahol már azt se lehet tudni, hogy ki a fiú, meg ki a lány, és ahol a gyerekeink nevelését el akarják tőlünk venni, és mindenfajta őrült aktivistákra akarják bízni az iskolákba. Vannak még olyan országok Európában, ahol az apa férfi, az anya nő, a házasság meg egy férfi, egy nő együttélése. És azért is lettünk fontosak a határainkon kívül is, mert Magyarország megmutatta, hogy nem csak a háború ösvényén lehet haladni, létezik és járható a béke útja. Ezt bizonyítottuk be. Magyarország az élő példa, hogy másképp is lehet. Egy nemzet meg tudja védeni a szabadságát, a függetlenségét, a szuverenitását, és képes lehet arra, hogy a saját maga által szabott ösvényen haladjon a jövőben. Ezért lettünk fontosak, és erre legyünk büszkék!
Based as fuck. And guys, the leftists were happy because this guy lost the elections. But guess what? The guy that replaced him is even more nationalist. So yeah, the left is fucked. Hungary is going to be a great place. It's always been a great place. So yeah. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think. If you also agree that remigration is absolutely needed for every European country, the US, Australia, New Zealand, every white Christian country really, because yeah, they need to be cleansed. Okay, that's the reality of it. We're tired of this shit. Always take care of other people and not our people. Leave a like and subscribe if you want to. Christ is King, and God bless you.